recording.
Yeah, I bump my mic up a little bit so that when I'm off mic, you guys, and I want to be able to be off mic a little bit and still be up enough that we're good. I think I'm there.
Okay.
I'll check it throughout the show, I guess. Okay.
Got a copy.
On your call.
Well, we're live.
We are live?
Yes, sir.
We're live.
We're doing it live.
All right. So
eat.
Let's see. All right. Get your finger out of your ear.
Hold on. I'm going to change my my thing to Sleeps with Wonder Woman every night.
Okay. You get that going. And I'll say, this week on the Media Virus Podcast, do you trust those doggy DNA companies? Well, get this. Pet DNA firm returns breed info for human DNA. Again. They tell me this one is unrelated, but a Florida couple has been arrested for screwing the pooch on tape. And Kim Jong-un must really like Putin. He just sent him a message congratulating him on his erection. It's the Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us with executive producer Mike Latoris. We're going to start over. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
Grease Monkey Pete.
Damn, Big Daddy.
Here's the thing about the Media Virus Podcast. It's really well done.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Maddie Rockdeath.
Hot damn, do we have a show for you people this week. I am Maddie Rockdeath, the mattiest of all Rockdeaths, and proof positive that anyone can have a podcast. Speaking of, welcome. Yeah, thank you. Welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share. I want to take a minute to thank all of our new subscribers, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or if you're just checking us out on themediavirus.com, thank you.
Yes, thanks.
And as always, you can give us a call. Let's get the banner going.
Yeah.
I don't have the banner up.
Yeah, plug that bad boy in because it's going to tell you can dial 646-VIRUS-01. That's 646-VIRUS-01 to get here on our air at the Media Virus.
That's true. And you might
love to have you.
Yeah, you will make it on the show. You will. Who knows? But you will.
Kind of a promise.
Yeah. Again, even if you're selling solar.
That's right.
But I got to vent a little bit because, one thing that gets on my nerves the most is when someone wants to play on my guilt for attention or question my friendship on social media. There's really long posts that start out with, I want to find out who my real friends are. Only my real friends will comment, I'm a real friend, and then copy and paste this into your status. And if you don't, then I know that you're the guy that sexually assaulted my mom after he poisoned my dog. You have to do all three things. Just do exactly what I asked. Nothing less will be good enough for you to be my real friend. And don't use any other reaction emojis or make any funny comments either. I'm not opening up a line of communication here. This is a test to see who my real friends are. And if you're not willing to follow my instructions and echo my thoughts as your own, then you're not my real friend. You're a piece of shit. You know what? How about no? My friends know better than to make the attempt of telling me what to do. As a matter of fact, my real friends know that I am A, lazy, and B, I am oppositionally defiant. The only way to overcome my laziness, sir, is for you to tell me not to do something, okay? So it is you, sir. You are the one excluding me from real friendship by telling me, because, you know, you never took the time to know me, because if you did, then you would write accept Matty Rock Def, and then I would just do it as a fuck you. Okay. But no, because you've refused my friendship. I actually have to say fuck you. And that goes against my laziness. It's bullshit. Okay. I'm sick of it. So if you've posted something that said, "Oh, my real friends need to comment, like, post a picture, just copy and paste this," I'm not copy and pasting anything into my fucking timeline. I'm not doing that because they're not my thoughts. Okay. And no matter how much I agree, I don't feel like dealing with the arguments from the one fucking asshole that takes it the wrong way. So, get fucked. Thank you.
It's amazing how many people must be attacking you.
Well, they're attacking me by fucking, trying to make me do shit. Fucking Pete did it the other day. Fucking, I want to see who was brave enough to post just a picture, just the last picture.
The last picture you took.
The last picture they took. And I was almost about to do it. And then I'm reading, and then you got to copy and paste. I don't want people's pictures on my timeline. I don't want that.
Did anywhere at all in the setup exclude dick pics?
I don't think so.
How about that?
You got some explaining to do there, Pete. How come you're trying to get everybody to send you dick pics?
For the record, I was not trying to get people to send me.
It really seems like you were.
I mean what if you're saying just send me the last picture you've taken?
I mean, like, really, like, if that's all people sent me, that just proves that's the last thing they were doing.
Right. Well, you're telling me that you posted, this goddamn fucking Facebook message first thing in the fucking morning, and you weren't trying to get dick pics. Okay, because either
I was really hoping for maybe some like some female pics, like
females don't do that, Pete, unless you specifically ask for that. And then, well,
you don't know the right females.
Yeah. Okay, maybe for $1.99, a month, you might be able to get a chick to send you tit pics. But you're not just going to get them unsolicited on fucking Facebook. However, you will get dick pics. That will happen.
Oh, yeah.
So why are you trolling?
All you have to do is show up.
That's funny that you say dick pics. I just thought about it. I was talking about how I sent pictures of caulk.
Yeah, you sent pictures of your cock to some girl.
No, it wasn't it was caulk.
Oh, you're just taking pictures of other people's cocks?
He was up at the Salvation Army, and he took pictures of all the cocks.
It was Goodwill, and it was
take a picture of Stan's cock at the Salvation Army,
and there was caulk in the
everywhere.
Caulk. There was plenty. There was lots of
You
caulk.
know how much caulk is at the Goodwill?
Yeah. Do you know how much there is there? And I sent it to my friend, and now that I think about it, I probably should have been like, so it's like technically technically sent you a dick pic, like in a roundabout, like in a adjacent way,
right?
In a friendly way.
For a while, me, Matt, and Steph or Bill were just sending each other pictures of Dick Cheney.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
There was an afternoon a while back, a couple of years ago. My wife, I think she was still working at the time, but I knew she was having a bad day, and I had been threatening to send her dick pics at work. And she was like, "No, you can't do that, because if my phone's on my desk, if it happens to pop up, all the girls are going to be looking at your dick." I'm like, I wasn't worried about that. I mean, that's
it wasn't going to be your dick.
That's your worry. That's your problem, not mine.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm advertising, baby.
I'm sending pictures of it, right? So, I enlisted everybody that I could think of to send my wife, and I went and I made this folder of pictures that I was texting and emailing to people. Please forward this to my wife as an unsolicited dick pic. And it was like I had Dick York and Dick Sargent, Dick Cavett and Dick Van Dyke, and
oh yeah,
that was a good day.
Yeah, but you can't beat Dick Cheney. You know what I mean? That's the biggest dick pic there is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nobody's got a bigger dick pic than Dick Cheney.
But hey, he shot a guy in the face,
and the guy apologized to him.
That's right,
Dick fucking Cheney. People think he's an. People don't have the respect for Dick Cheney that I do. Dick motherfucking Cheney. Have you guys seen the revamp or the reboot of Night Court?
Yes,
I know it's there. I haven't watched it yet.
Has Militia, what is it, Rochelle or whatever?
Yeah, the chick from Big Bang Theory. The little hot one.
Yes, the
little
hot
squeaky one. She's not a squeaky.
Yeah.
But it's got John Larroquette.
Right.
Yes.
I'm a big John Larroquette, fan.
Well, I mean, he's going to play you in the movie.
Yes.
I do see the resemblance now.
And he said that there was some stupid conversation. It's cute. You know what I mean? It's a cute show. It's a fun show.
Night Court was.
What's that?
That's what Night Court was, though.
I like that
Night Court was a little edgier.
A little bit, probably. Yeah.
Little edgier. This isn't as edgy. It's cute. It's genuinely a cute, funny slapstick, show.
I love that it's not a reboot, but it's just a continuation of the old show.
Yeah, like
because
that's
she's his daughter. Yeah.
His daughter.
Do you remember who Harry's father was?
It was the dude that played Gomez, wasn't it?
Yeah. John. Yes. That guy.
Guess what? Still alive.
What?
Are you eating chips?
Whoa. No, I'm trying to open this damn bag of popcorn.
Oh, could you fucking stop? Because
John Astin,
I'm sorry,
lives in the Baltimore area.
Wow, we should get him on the show.
I wish. There's so much. It was one of those shows. The Shadow Knows. One of those ominous shows from the late '60s and early '70s, where it was like Rod Serling had been huge with the Twilight Zone, and then he had some other stuff that he moved on to, like Those Dark Things. John Astin was in a couple of those, and they were always twisted. There was one where he plays a radio DJ who gets sent to purgatory, and it's like him stuck in this fucking this podunk town radio station, and it's just shit. Like he was Gomez, and he was awesome at that, but like he did some really off the wall shit.
Well, just to bring it to where I was going, which is pointless, but I want to finish the thought just because I started it.
Well, yeah,
there was some kind of back and forth, and he was like, well, talking about his whatever your favorite president is, whether it's Lincoln or Washington or something like that, and he's like, LBJ was given an impossible task. He starts defending LBJ.
Johnson was a turd, man.
Oh, it was fucking great. Anywho,
it's Johnson that on the radio they play tape of him all the time. He used to go to the toilet in the Oval Office. Leave the door open and insist that people come over and talk to him.
Yeah.
What?
You know who else would do that? Staff writer Bill. And I had to explain to him that he's not LBJ.
Yeah.
I'm talking to him. We're walking one day, we're talking about the show, as a matter of fact. And he just walks into the bathroom, and I'm like, I'm not gonna follow you in there.
Yeah. You excuse yourself from this conversation.
And then I waited till he was in the stall and pants around his ankles, and then I shut the light out. He used to hate it.
That's what friends are for.
I used to do that to him all the time. If I saw him go into the bathroom,
Oh,
I had this one idea. I wanted to go in and get a whole bunch of big trash cans.
right.
And then wait till he went in to sit down. And then when he sat down, bring all these trash cans in and just leave them wherever. Just scatter them sideways, up, however they landed. Just leave them and then turn the light out.
I mean, with friends like you, who needs enemies, dude?
Right?
So not only do you have to, we'd have to wipe his ass in the dark, but then he'd have to fight his way to the sink. His way to the door.
Right. Or at least the light switch, which is probably at the door.
It is at the door. It's
Yeah.
right next to the door, so you can turn it out as you leave.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I do. I learned.
You've been hollered at enough times not to leave the light on when you leave a room.
It's true. It's funny. I'll do it everywhere else.
So
Oh,
a buddy of mine used to manage the muffler shop there on Main Street in Newark, and if he would go to the men's room at some point during the day, and they see him pick up the newspaper or something. Our other buddy Ed, who was the lead tech, he came over and would spray brake clean in the door jamb and light it and start screaming, oh no, come on, Jim, hurry, the building's on fire.
Oh yeah. You know what I saw that gave me some hope?
What was that?
I saw this TikTok, and the TikTok made me sad,
Right.
but then it made me happy again.
Did it?
Yeah. Because it was a strange little TikTok about an 11-year-old Great Dane
Right.
had been.
That's very old for a Great Dane.
That's very old for a Great Dane. Had been dumped at the shelter by his family,
Oh,
and he weighed like I think he said weighed like 70 some pounds
wow.
for a Great Dane.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I was like, Great Dane. I
He
thought you
should be
said,
at least
like,
one. Like he should be 160.
Greyhound.
yeah.
Right? No, a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's the weight of a greyhound. A fat one, anyway.
That's what I was going to say.
And
Motherfucker.
he eventually got adopted,
Right.
by one of the workers there. But it got me to think because, my dog,
Could be
She's-
part Great Dane.
she's part Great Dane,
She is.
but she's also supposedly, now I see the Dane and I also see the healer in her. Right? Like they were saying Australian cattle dog,
Right.
but it's the Australian cattle dog and the healer are the same breed. The red healer, the blue healer, and the Australian cattle dog are all the same breed. It's just when they call them healers, it's the colors that
Right.
that they get to.
Mhm.
Anyway, but we don't know.
Some of her spots though remind me of Catahoula.
Oh yeah,
Leopard
she's got but they also have the spots. Her coloring is common between both breeds.
It didn't strike me as being Harlequin Great Dane spots and texture so much as I like Catahoula or like you said the cattle dog.
Yeah, and the heterochromia, where she's got one blue eye,
Yeah.
is common amongst both breeds.
Yep.
But there's more to it than that.
Yeah, there
Because
has
we know that like her mom was half.
something else.
Well, we know her mom was half. Her mom was half Great Dane, half Australian cattle.
Okay.
So we don't know what she is because we don't know.
You don't know what dad was.
We don't know what dad was.
Okay.
Right? And I look at her, and I guess because, I just see those two.
Yeah.
That's all I see.
Well, they're both strong.
Yeah. But she's smaller. She's the size of a big healer
Right.
with long legs. But she's got the frame
Yeah.
of a Dane. She's
And
thin in
and
the
the
back.
the Catahoula leopard dog wouldn't change that much. They have a very houndy build, similar to that of a Great Dane, but on a smaller scale. You know, that tight tuck at the back with the trim waist, big long legs, strong haunches.
But the Australian cat, like you were saying, you know, I look, my dog's 5 years old, so I'm starting to think, like, do I only have 3 years left with this dog? Do I have 5 years left with this dog?
You're probably not in a bad place. A, she's a mix, and B, she's not that big.
No, she's not.
She's big, but she, in the grand scheme of what dogs are in her line that we know of, she's not that big. So you're probably better off. The issue with the Great Danes is they're so big that it's so hard for their bodies to
work so hard.
I mean, that's a lot of dog for that heart to pump, you know?
Yeah. But maybe she's got a Great Dane heart, you know? Maybe she's got whichever one makes her last longer is what I want.
Yeah.
Because you figure a big heart and a little body would be pretty good, but maybe not.
Could be.
You know, might not be. Who knows? Because they say having an enlarged heart's a bad thing, apparently. You know?
They say it, yep.
But I often think about getting her, you know, DNA tested.
Do you trust that though? Because
I don't know. I trust it a lot less now, you know, after reading.
Yeah, this story highlights the limitations of some pet DNA tests. A Massachusetts woman sent her own cheek swab to a pet DNA company, hoping to learn more about her funny companions. But the results came back with an unexpected surprise. The human sample was identified as part dog. While the news may have prompted visions of tails and wagging tongues, a geneticist quickly poured cold water on the idea. The science behind pet DNA testing, it turns out, is still in its early stages, and the accuracy of these tests can be questionable. It isn't to say that pet DNA testing holds no value. Researchers believe that this technology has the potential to play a significant role in identifying diseases in dogs. By understanding a dog's breed makeup, veterinarians may be better equipped to diagnose and treat certain ailments. But for now, pet owners should approach these DNA tests with a healthy dose of skepticism. The results may be more entertaining than enlightening.
Well, I mean, it would be pretty entertaining to have like a half person, half, you know, bulldog.
Well, yeah,
that would be pretty entertaining.
I think I've met that person. Have you? Wait a minute. Maybe I'm just thinking of that guy on that reality show with like no neck.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about. You guys remember Jake and the Fat Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude looked just like his fucking dog.
Yep.
But it was never the same dog. There was like 15 of those dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
I never watched the show very much, but I'm aware of it.
No, I never watched the show that much either. But I was listening to Adam Carolla the other day, and he was talking about Robert Conrad.
Okay.
Because he was in other shows. He was in a show called Beretta.
Yeah.
And he would just kick the ass of anybody that called him fat. Was apparently his move. But so they owned Robert Conrad, and then started talking about Jake and the Fat Man. Anyway,
okay.
Anywho,
look at the guy on 90 Day Fiance when you get a chance, Matt. That's the guy I'm talking about.
The guy on 90 Day Fiance looks like a bulldog. He doesn't look like Robert. Does he look like Robert Conrad?
Just look at him.
All right. Well, I don't.
So what you're trying to come around to is dog DNA plus human DNA equals Florida.
Well, I think that's where I was trying to get to.
That's right. I'm sorry. I can't write a radio news copy based on this article because it describes a very disturbing crime. Here's a summary of the article, though. If you'd like to know more, a married couple in Lee County, South Dakota, have been arrested on animal cruelty charges. Lee County Sheriff Carmine Marcino said the couple, John and Samantha White, were arrested after detectives found a video recording of Samantha White having sexual intercourse with a family dog.
Listen, here's the thing: is I can almost wrap my head around fucking a dog. Almost. Okay. I can.
I'm
I mean,
sure
if
your
you really-
dog is really happy to hear this.
Well, I'm not saying I would. I'm saying I can see a situation where somebody would I can understand people being in love with a dog. Okay, because you see people being in love with cars, people fall in love with all kinds of shit.
Okay.
All right,
I'm going to say something very quickly.
go ahead.
Go see the movie Moving Violations.
Okay,
No, you'll get why.
okay. I haven't seen it yet, so we're not going to give any spoiler alerts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's like I'm not saying accept it. I can see why I can see someone doing it. Okay, like a man
Okay.
doing it. What I don't understand is why a woman would do it.
Well,
What I don't understand is why somebody would want to watch that, why the camera's involved. And what I don't understand is how you can fuck her after she's fucked a dog. These are the parts I don't understand.
pretty sure you're not alone.
Okay.
Sheriff Marcino said he was disgusted by the actions and would not tolerate any kind of abuse in Lee County. Lee County Domestic Animal Services removed 4 dogs from the home and evaluated them for injuries. The dogs are safe and being cared for. The investigation is still ongoing. If you or someone you know needs help, please contact the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 800-656-4673. You are not alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the problem.
The problem is I again, it's the camera. Like, why do we need to memorialize this? Why do you want that? And then, like, after you've watched your wife fuck a dog,
Now you can watch it again or show your friends.
right? But then you won't. But then you would want to fuck her. No, you fucked a dog,
Really?
lady. You know what I mean?
You dog
But it doesn't. I don't get it. I don't understand why somebody would. Anyway, moving on to the next story.
Oh,
Because it has nothing to do with dogs.
no, it's on Putin's erection.
Oh, you good erection.
North Korea leader Kim Jong-un has congratulated Vladimir Putin on his Oh, dude, I read that wrong. It says re-election, not erection. I get it now. Okay, so on his re-election as Russia's president. Wow, really?
You read election as if you were Kim Jong-un.
I thought Kim Jong-un was like, "Hey, man, good job getting that boner."
Right.
Nothing like the Russian president having the high hard one. This message follows a summit between the two leaders last year and comes amid reports of Kim Jong-un has been using a limousine gifted by Putin. See, this is what I thought they were dating. Notably, Russia's gift of the limousine is a violation of United Nations Security Council resolutions. This congratulatory message suggests a deepening of ties between North Korea and Russia. It's important to know that the relationship.
Why would you expect two people in the that aren't in the UN to follow UN resolutions? That doesn't make sense.
Because it's all dependent on sanctions that are going to be imposed upon them if they do those things.
See, we've got sanctions. We've got sanction after sanction with both of them.
Right.
They don't care because now they're trading with each other.
Yes.
So, and it's pointless. The whole thing is pointless. Do we really think Putin won the election?
It's a sham, I'm sure.
Okay, Putin's got as much Putin had as much chance of winning this election as Biden had winning the last one. That's what I got to say about it. All right. I think what's that?
Half left.
Half left what?
You said all right. I said half left.
Half left. That's true. Because you can't be a whole person.
Right.
If
You
you
can't
only
be
have
all
one,
right.
if you
You
only
can't
have
be all
one
right.
side.
I'm half left.
That's right. That's good stuff.
Oh, that's the left.
We started
He
doing
was
the news at
pissed off
8:50.
that I couldn't just use like the context clues of the hands.
What was that?
Wait a minute, that's my dad's dick.
Hey,
I found some old audio.
I figured you did. I'm glad. It's great.
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Half left. I think that's it for the stories. So that's it
Yeah.
for this section. This little A block, this little
This is a
half
big
hour.
We
was a big
chatted extensively.
We did a lot of story told. The fuck was that?
What was what?
I heard a noise.
Uh-oh. Hark, who goes there?
Oh, okay. I gotta plug my iPhone in.
Uh-oh.
So
right.
why don't you go ahead and end A block, and I'm gonna take care of what I gotta do.
I will, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the A Block here on the Media Virus Podcast, on the Media Virus Podcast Network, episode 175A. This is our A Block, and it's been brought to you tonight by 302-46-VOICE. If you'd like to have my voice on your project, give me a call, 302-46-VOICE. We'll chat about it and get it worked out. MySports Art Shop over at redbubble.com. And mysportsreports.com. That's our good friend Marsh over there doing all the sports stuff. And he's got great merch that has fantastic images of their sports related, their family related, their holiday related. They're really cool. Great giftable stuff over there at redbubble.com on the MySports shop over there. Stepmoms Without Children and Disruptive Minds podcasts are other shows here on our network that always give us a shout out. So we're shouting right back out to them. Ricky and Becky over at Stepmoms and staff writer Bill at Disruptive Minds. Once again, this has been episode 175A. I'm Professor Mike Latoris, and we'll be back right after something like, let's say this.
Yeah, we handled that one with dignity and grace.
We'll stop that. Slam that bitch in the can. TMVP. I was just saying 175, wasn't I? Damn it. It's 176. All right, so I've got my intros and a lot of my and outros programmed into the new board. I think I might have found stuff that got disused.
That's the one thing we can't do here. dog catching by the toe. Whoa!
I see you have your Media Virus sweatshirt on.
That's right. It's actually just my virus. There we go.
Whoops. How's that doing that?
Well, this is all green. This is all.
That's, yeah.
I make a special effort not to wear green clothes on show day.
Well, I was wearing the other shirt and I wore it for I forgot.
Patty's Day?
Well, no, I forgot to mention our screen print ties. We were both wearing shirts that had screen print ties on them. But it's chilly in here. So I put my
It's chilly in here.
But this is a cool fucking sweatshirt. It's got
yeah.
A Media Virus on the shoulder.
And it says, "I'm not Reagan." Regan. It's The Exorcist. It's a good shirt. I like it. It very well may be a woman's. I don't know. I saw it at Walmart. It fit, and I liked it. And it was on clearance for $11.
Nice.
Yeah. That's how I like them. That looks like it'll fit my ass. That looks like the size of a huge dick. Let me shove that in my ass. That was from this show.
Yeah.
I can't even make excuses on that one. All right, we ready to get back into this?
Yeah. Let me get some copy up in front of me. Done with the news copy. All right, so we're going to go with Kentucky hates the homeless. Elective amputation. What? It's crazy. It's just crazy. And you've got Big Daddy Asks lined up.
Yeah, sure do.
All right. So which one of these three stories did you want to start in with?
Well, you want to start out with Big Daddy Asks?
We can do that.
Just because.
All right, I'll talk it up and you get your finger on the button.
All right.
Welcome back to the B block here on episode 176. If you're a little confused, it's okay because I said 175 A in the A block. It's actually 176. We're here on B block and we're going to get ready and take a look and find out what Big Daddy wants to ask us this week.
The Media Virus Podcast presents a Stanley McFadden production. Big Daddy proudly brings to you
Big Daddy Asks.
Pussy. Those of us who eat pussy, we know it's a bit of an acquired taste. Like it needs something. So here's the question. If you could add one ingredient to pussy to just take it over the top, what would it be?
Did you grab that out of the show notes?
Yes.
I must have put the wrong link in.
Why?
That's not the question. It's just not the question I was expecting to see.
Oh. Well,
it's okay.
I got it from the show
question.
notes.
No, that's our question.
All right. That's our question. Pete, you can use dick if you need to.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What ingredient would you add to pussy to take the flavor over the top?
Grape.
Grape?
Grape.
Grape.
Maybe bubblegum.
Bubblegum?
Yeah, bubblegum flavor. Like, think of it.
Are you trying to enhance or are you trying to cover up?
See, I'm a bit more of a purist. You know, I personally, I really don't think it needs anything, but I'm thinking Old Bay.
Caesar dressing, maybe? You know?
I mean,
little lemon and pepper.
Yeah.
Just don't use cocktail sauce because horseradish burn, you know? Yeah, I think I'm going to go Tabasco. You know?
Yeah.
Mike, how about you?
Like I said, I'm a purist. I really don't find that it needs anything, but I'm thinking Old Bay.
Old Bay. All right, well. That's Big Daddy Asks. That's the segment.
I mean, what else do you season a fish boil with?
I heard once it likened, going down a woman for the first time, is a lot like the first time you ever eat Caesar salad. There's a little bit of a kick to it.
But then you eat Caesar salad every day.
Right. The flavor takes a little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's delicious. So I was thinking Caesar dressing or Tabasco. Tabasco would work too. Sriracha. That's just sadistic. We have news to do. What do we do?
Well, we've got a couple of things going on. I usually don't put them in any particular order, and the same holds true this week. So bear with me. It must be asking me to. I think it's asking me to log in to read this story.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I don't want to create an account. All right, fine. Bear with me, folks.
Ever tell you about my friend Jeff?
You got a friend, Jeff?
I do have a friend.
You have friends?
Yes, Pete. I do. And he's not really my friend anymore. Well, because we used to call him Big Dumb Jeff.
I remember you talking about Big Dumb Jeff.
Yeah, a couple times. I've told a story of Big Dumb Jeff, and because I've heard story of Big Dumb Jeff, this story concerns me a little bit. Is that the one that you're going to?
I can, yeah.
Well, I've got it here, so I'm gonna.
Okay, you go ahead.
Because I'm gonna
got this other one.
I mean, much like a lot of people, I am confused. Why Jeff is on the list of nuclear superpowers. Since the creation of nuclear weapons, we have lived in a world where an all-out war could destroy humanity many times. Studies have found that just 100 or so warheads could plunge the world into nuclear winter, which could claim up to 1 billion lives. As of 2023, we have an approximated 12,500 nuclear weapons. So we could kill, let's do the math, 125 billion people. That's exciting because we don't even have that many. There's only 8. We could kill the world like fucking 4 times over, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the moment, there are 9 countries in possession of nuclear weapons: Russia, the U.S., China, the U.K., France, Pakistan, Israel, North Korea, and India. The 10th biggest possessor of nuclear weapons, according to an old graphic by CNN based on data from a Federation of American Scientists, is Jeff.
The fuck is Jeff?
Fucking Jeff. You know, at one time, the leadership of Amazon contained 3 Jeffs.
That's a lot of Jeff.
Power, there is the power of Jeff and a power of, that is bestowed upon people named Jeff. While this resurfaces every now and then, you have no need to fear nuclear Armageddon being instigated by some disgruntled guy named Jeff.
No?
No, I have the hiccups, and that sucks. Jeff is not a person, but an acronym. Oh, for Joint.
Well, that changes things.
The Joint Evaluated Fission and Fusion Project, an international collaboration to create a library of nuclear data. It's likely that a data mishap placed Jeff on the chart, making it, ever so briefly, and only on a bar chart, the 10th biggest holder of nuclear weapons in the world.
Huh.
Sorry, everybody, whether it's Jeff Goldblum, Bezos, or Daniels. They don't own any nuclear weapons. But let it be some kind of comfort to you that Pepsi may have briefly owned a fleet of Soviet warships. In 1989, PepsiCo, the multinational food and drink giant that makes Pepsi Cola, reportedly made to get its hands on an ample fleet of submarines and warships through an unlikely deal with the Soviet Union. Coca-Cola must have been terrified. That really happened in 1989. Pepsi
I mean, I suppose they got a taste of it when they were like trying to get that Harrier jet or whatever they were they were supposed to give away.
Pepsi had so many. Remember that Pepsi?
They jokingly put in their commercial that if you save some number of box tops or something, you get a Harrier jet.
Yeah, and some kid actually did it.
Some kid pulled it off. He found the loophole where you had to write these entries by hand or something, and he did it.
Oh yeah, I watched that whole documentary. It was great.
There was a documentary on that.
Yeah, there was a documentary on it. Watch it. It's terrific.
He read the rules and figured out how to win it without buying all that Pepsi. But then
Pepsi thought they were gonna like wiggle out of the deal, and then like
he sued him.
He sued him.
Do you guys remember the show Head of the Class?
Yes.
Harold has.
Remember the fat kid?
Dennis.
Yeah.
The actor that played the fat kid,
right,
became a fucking producer on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Produced iCarly, produced so many kid shows. There's a documentary, I think it's called Quiet on the Set.
Yeah, but he's like a predator or something.
Of how like he had these kids doing the most fucking bizarre shit with feet.
Yeah.
Like there's feet everywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Sucking on their feet.
Yeah.
There's a fucking video of Ariana Grande under the age of 18 trying to squeeze juice out of a potato. So she's got this big potato and she's holding it like this.
Yeah.
And she's going, "Give me the juice. Give me the
Turn off your mic.
What?
Oh, okay. I thought you turned off your mic.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. That dude's bad news.
Yeah. Speaking of, I was just watching. I haven't seen the documentary yet. But I was watching all these Dan Schneider. I was watching all these TikToks.
Right.
And they kept showing Dan Schneider, and I'm like, why do I fucking know that guy's face? And then it's just like he was the fat guy on Head of the Class.
Was he the nerd in not One Crazy Summer?
How would I know? I don't follow his career, dude. Head of the Class was one of my favorite fucking shows.
Yeah, it was good with Hessman, but then once Billy Connolly came in, I really dug that.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Billy Connolly, yeah,
Billy Connolly told that joke that he told like the first episode.
Yeah,
About the CNI dog?
Uh
He starts swinging around.
huh.
So what are you doing? I was like, I'm taking a look around.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was that show was so fucking good.
And Richard Pryor's daughter, and
All right, what did you want to know? If he was in what movie?
I'm trying to think. It was that movie, the one with the claymation hamburgers and stuff. That wasn't One Crazy Summer. That was Better Off Dead. Better Off Dead. Was he the nerd in Better Off Dead?
Well, let's find out. We're gonna type
the
in
neighbor,
Dan
you know, the
Snyder,
one.
Better Off Dead.
all right.
This is he and Dan Frischman who played Arvin.
You know, I've recently found out about a guy who would probably tell you that he might be better off dead.
Apparently, he was in Better Off Dead.
Okay, just checking my.
Who, you know who was better off dead? Mike's going to tell us about a guy who'd be better off dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't stop laughing at this.
The man allegedly involved in this, a man allegedly convinced his friend to amputate his own legs as part of a $1.3 million insurance scam. The man
Pete,
allegedly
Pete,
involved.
listen, I got an idea. I want you to stick your foot in a bucket of dry ice.
Look.
And get frostbite.
Look.
And then we're gonna go to the emergency room. They're gonna have to take it off. But you're gonna get, we gotta do it with the both feet. You're gonna get at least 1.7 mil.
Okay. Look, this has shades of that guy that got the breast implants to win the bet.
But then he liked him.
And then he liked him, so he kept him.
All right, sorry to interrupt you, Mike. Go ahead.
All right. So the men allegedly involved, identified only as Zhang and Lao, have been charged with fraud after only receiving $7,200 in payout. And that's reportedly been seized. 2 Taiwanese men are facing criminal charges after one allegedly urged the other to purposefully freeze his legs to the point of requiring amputation in what authorities characterized as a botched attempt to collect $1.3 million insurance payout. The suspects...
It would be fraud if he didn't lose his legs. But he did lose his legs.
Right, but he purposefully and intentionally lost his legs.
But it's not fraud. He lost
If you're
his
trying
legs.
to collect the insurance for that, it is.
Well, go ahead. Continue reading the story. Because
insurance is for an accidental loss.
Well, tomato, really.
Oh, I accidentally froze my feet.
I accidentally stuck my feet in a bucket of dry ice. Of liquid nitrogen. What's so hard to...
Until they froze through, and yeah.
It doesn't take long.
The suspects identified
you accidentally step in a bucket of dry ice, there goes your foot.
The suspects identified...
He stepped in it, and he's like, oh, fuck, I stepped in dry ice, and then he went to go pry his foot out with his other foot.
And then he was knee-deep in it.
Then he was right. What are you going to
do? Stand there. The suspects, identified only as Zhang and Lao, both in their 20s, have been charged with fraud, according to a press release shared by the Taiwan Criminal Investigation Bureau on March 14th. Prosecutors said Zhang immersed his feet in a bucket of dry ice for around 10 hours, which resulted in frostbite and required both legs to be amputated. Ugh.
Dude, I know how uncomfortable it is when it's chilly outside.
Yeah.
Like, I was sitting here in a t-shirt, and I'm just like, oh, it's chilly. I'm going to put on a sweatshirt. I couldn't imagine sticking my feet. Like, I sometimes think I want to do the cold plunge.
And then you remember it's a cold plunge?
Yeah, but there's just something about the way people talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not something that you just do once. You have to do it every day. You know, first thing in the morning, get you started, type of thing. And I think about doing it, and you know, they tell you, well, you know, if you don't have a tub that you can just jump into, you can just take a cold shower. That sounds worse to me.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No, taking a cold shower does not sound like a good fucking idea. But like, getting into an ice cold tub seems different because your body gets used to it. Like your body acclimates a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I guess.
Where with a shower, you have constant new water and then air hitting you. So your body has nothing to get used to.
Right.
I'm just,
It just sounds bad.
I mean, if you want to, but I mean, to have the balls, I'd imagine getting past the first hour is the hardest part. You know,
I guess. I mean,
like once you get it past the first hour, you forget you're wearing the bucket. You know, you just go about your business.
I guess.
Are we,
I'm just, my mind is blown, dude.
They tried to say that he was riding around on a motorcycle.
Lau allegedly told Zhang that gang members were after him, persuading him to file a false insurance claim. Taiwan News reports, citing authorities. According to the release, which is translated from Mandarin, Zhang said he suffered frostbite while riding a motorcycle with his friend Lau around Taipei on January 26, 2023. Prosecutors alleged that he applied for life insurance, travel insurance, and accident insurance in the days before the incident. The insurance policies totaled $1.3 million. The pair then went back to Lau's home where the foot soaking took place. Taiwan News reports after the foot soaking, Zhang was taken to a local hospital where medical staff believed that his injuries were manufactured, prosecutors said. The medical staff said that while his feet had frostbite, there were no socks or shoe marks, and that the injuries were neat and symmetrical. Prosecutors added that in the release that the temperature that day was between 42 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is nowhere near the temperature, 32 degrees, that would cause frostbite. Taiwan is a subtropical region, and cases of severe frostbite requiring amputation due to natural climate factors in the flatlands are unheard of. While Zhang's legs were...
This was just a piss poor idea all around.
Yeah, like
this wasn't...
They didn't even pick something that happens there.
Like dude, if you're going to spend that much effort and that much pain, I mean, not for nothing, but like, you know, jumping off a bridge and landing and just breaking your like legs.
Yeah, bad
you
day.
know, you at least get pills like quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he went for a 10-hour fucking nitrogen bath. And I mean, maybe he had drugs. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
It just seems like
crazy.
I can fake a way better injury than fucking symmetrical frostbite, dude.
Right?
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, you know, you wouldn't have to fake your frostbite if next winter there in Kentucky.
Well, if they're you frostbite in Kentucky, I think you go to jail.
Well, Kentucky is about to pass the cruelest criminal justice bill in America. The state is making it easier to kill homeless people on private property, and that's just part of one of the most draconian crime bills in recent history. On March 14th, the Kentucky State Judiciary Committee voted to approve House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Excuse me. The legislation will now head to the Senate floor for a vote, and it will most certainly pass. The 78-page bill criminalizes homelessness and decriminalizes the use of deadly force against individuals engaging in unlawful camping. Under the law, if a property owner believes an unhoused trespasser is attempting to commit a felony or attempting to dispossess them, they can shoot the homeless person.
Well, see, here's the thing. I hear a lot of these stories, and that happens a lot in California, where squatters will take over a residence, and then the owner can't get them out.
Right.
Right. And that's what the fear is here, that people, that people are going to take over, if they set up and squat on your property, they could take your property from you.
Right.
So to protect your property, you can shoot people who shouldn't be on your property.
Well, I mean,
now, if you don't want to get shot, stay off people's property.
That's a good point.
That sounds pretty simple.
It is. It's pretty simple.
It sounds like a reasonable compromise.
Yeah.
It's just how I see things. It's just how I roll. And yes, it's, me and Mike were talking about this off air, and it's cruel, and we really don't know how we feel about it. On one hand, it makes sense, but on the other, anybody is just a disaster away from homelessness, right? So there's got to be a better answer. But in the meantime, to help Kentuckians who don't have a place, to stay, I've pulled up a map of the United States here. Okay. And so what we have is
have you marked off states that are friendly to homeless people? Well,
no, I lost it. Colorado's pretty known for being pretty,
Yes, they do have some progressive policies on homelessness in Colorado. I was in Boulder a number of years ago, and Boulder has a public camping policy. Any public land, like the lawn in front of the library and the lawn in front of the police station, you're allowed to camp.
Okay, so there you go.
You're allowed to camp
Colorado.
It's got to be the grass.
If you want to,
you can't just set up on the sidewalk. You got to camp in the grass. But
right now, there's Oklahoma. Now, the thing with there's a lot of open space in Oklahoma. People might not even realize you're there. Just imagine there's a lot of open space in Kansas too. You can go to where it's not populated, where you won't get caught being homeless.
And you can be homeless out in the middle of nowhere.
Right. And then if somebody comes up, just go tell them you're lost.
I mean, if you
don't tell them you're homeless, you tell them I'm lost.
If you choose homelessness as a path in life, you are not geographically bound.
No, I think that's the point that I'm trying to make here. They can go to Colorado. They can go to Nebraska if they want. They can go to Oklahoma. You can go to Missouri. Hell, get industrious and go to California. You know what I mean? Go to Oregon. Go to Washington, and you can become a lawyer without taking the bar.
Yeah, you still have to go to law school. And I think you have to apprentice with a lawyer for 6 months after that.
But they don't have to pass the bar. You can say you went to law school.
Yeah.
Just pick a school that went out of business. Duh. They're fucking stupid. Anyway.
Life hacks by
I feel like it's it's not that far to Arkansas. It's not that far to Texas.
Well, I mean, it depends on where you are.
It's not that Iowa. I don't know why the fuck anybody would go there.
What the hell is there in Iowa?
I was hanging out with Shecky
last
Friday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
And he had a show,
right?
And it was an Alcoholics Anonymous convention.
Okay.
And I was able to keep all of my comments to myself.
That's a very good job.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he was telling me that
I am proud of you.
Yeah. Because I kept wanting to look at him because they had all these they had this punch. It wasn't really punch. It was water with fruit in it.
Right.
In a big container.
Yeah,
And
it was water. Infused. It was infused water.
Yeah. I wanted to, wanted to ask him if it was spiked. Like, do you think it's spiked? You think it's And then, like, right next to the convention was a bar.
Always is.
You know?
Yeah, there always is.
He was saying that the only state he's going there this year, the only state out of the 48 contiguous that he has not been to was Iowa. And I said, if it helps, that's where Slipknot is from. If it tells you anything about Iowa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not recommending Iowa to the people in Kansas, but it's fucking Kansas. I feel if you're homeless in Kansas, you're fucked anyway. Just go.
I mean, yeah, you're already in Kansas.
You're in Kansas. Go. You know, it's not really. It's not a hard decision to make. I don't feel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are we done with that story?
I think so.
Okay. You got anything to say, Pete? You want to be homeless in Kansas?
No. Most definitely don't want to be homeless in Kansas.
You guys want to go camping in Kansas?
No,
Let's just go camp in Kansas. And then when they try to arrest us for being homeless, we'll fucking show them that we're from Delaware. Fuck you.
Oh, you mean Kentucky?
Oh, Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kentucky.
Fuck,
You were on about
I was screaming about the wrong state.
Oops.
Yeah, this is Kentucky.
Oh shit, dude! I really made an ass of myself.
If House Bill 5 passes, sleeping outside in public or
So
on
where the
private
fuck is
property
Kentucky? I was
would
looking.
become unlawful camping.
Oh shit! No, Kentucky's fucking Ohio, West Virginia. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kentucky's fucked. There's Tennessee, Illinois, Indiana.
Fuck.
But again, if you're homeless in Kentucky, you're homeless in Kentucky. That's a weird looking fucking state too.
Yeah, the borders are made by some rivers and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how you get that frazzled look, that frayed looking edge there.
Kentucky is a state. Kentucky is a state. All the people there are dicks. Kentucky is a state.
Oh, it makes me laugh.
You guys I want to hear it.
Go for it. Peter Griffin.
Oh. Yeah.
Family Guy.
I don't keep that one on hand.
No, but I found it easily enough.
We won't get sued or anything by them.
Kentucky is a state. Kentucky is a state. All the people there are dicks. Kentucky is a state.
That was for educational purposes.
Yes.
So people would know that song.
Demonstrative
Kentucky.
purposes.
So yeah, so people know that Kentucky is a state.
We also said that was
everyone there
from the Family Guy.
Right. But it's free use because
Fair use.
Fair use because
Yeah.
We're using it for educational purposes.
Yes.
And to demonstrate our point.
That's right. Well, it's to show you that Kentucky is a state and all the people there are dicks. Kentucky is a state. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand the thinking. But you can't treat people. You're just going to fill prisons with homeless people.
Yep.
But, maybe all the homeless people will just leave Kentucky. The Great Kentucky Exodus, they'll call it. I don't know. Out of there's been so many bands named after places like Kansas and Boston and Chicago. There's never been a band named Kentucky.
No, I don't think there has.
So that's all there is to know.
That's right. Kentucky is not a band, folks.
Yeah,
It's a state.
That's true.
It's a state.
It is a state. And we managed to make A Block last in almost an hour. No, it's like a half an hour.
Well, this is B block.
We've done B block in about 15 minutes.
Really?
Wow, we haven't been on that long.
Sounds like a fucking lie to me.
But yeah, you can be a lawyer without passing the bar exam in Washington State. That's
madness, right?
I mean, they decriminalized hard drugs,
right?
And then they just realized after what 3 years after, because we talked about it like our second episode.
Yeah.
So after 3 years, they go, oh, you know what? This is a really bad fucking idea.
Guys, we fucked up.
So like, let's think about like Washington's track record.
Yeah.
Or Oregon and Washington are two different places.
Yeah.
But that the Pacific Northwest track record. I don't know. The reason, if anyone out there is relying on me for like information or a valid opinion, that's your fault. Because I obviously don't know anything. I think Kansas is Kentucky. I think Washington is Oregon. I had a fucking map of the United States up and picked the wrong state. And why anyone would listen to me about anything. And this is why I get upset when I hurt people's feelings. You know what I mean?
Because they should have known better.
Why do you give me that much control over you? It doesn't even make sense. Yeah. It just doesn't. Like, I get that people say things that hurt your feelings, but that's really all I do.
Say things to hurt people's feelings.
I am a meanie. Why are you closing the door? We won't want to hear it. I'm going to bring the mic closer.
Is that Mrs. Rockdeaf?
Yeah, she's using the loo.
Oh.
I'm going to if I put the mic up to this hole in the wall, then it would basically be in the vanity cabinet.
Okay.
So I should put a camera in there. Yeah.
All of these are bad ideas, man.
I'm joking.
I don't think you know what you're in for.
I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. That's disgusting.
That's right. You already know where the poop comes out.
I do know. I've been trying to make everyone else aware of it. You know what I mean? It's so hard to explain to people, like, after they've had their tongue in someone's asshole. It's like, you know what? You know what comes out of that thing?
Oh shit.
Like, I hear people say it tastes good. I hear that.
Really?
There's no way my asshole tastes good.
I've never had that thought.
No, I've
never.
Well,
asshole, it tastes good. No,
I can almost guarantee it doesn't.
I mean, I've been known to describe it. Oh man, that tastes like ass. Not in a good way.
Right. I mean, I don't have to taste it. I've smelled shit. I've explained this before.
Yeah,
I've smelled shit.
You don't like it.
And I don't like it. That's it.
That's perfectly reasonable.
I feel like it is. But there are folks out there who, like, I don't want to put my penis in there. Do we have a shit in space?
I thought I'd give you some dramatic background.
Oh.
Chase music didn't seem appropriate.
Let me tell you what I don't think about licking an asshole. Wait. I feel like this is more like a soundtrack to Tossing Salad. What?
It wouldn't stop.
It's more like the soundtrack to Tossing Salad.
Oh shit.
Well, what's going on after the break there, Mike? What are we doing?
After the break. Well, I could tell you about after the break because we'll be heading into the C block. And when we get there, there will be all kinds of fun to be had. We're going to finish out this week's show with Just the Tips, number 83. We continue with Women's History Month by saluting a high achiever. And we ask our BBC reporter, Big Daddy, about balancing an OnlyFans as a part-time gig, the best time to have a war related to famine, and we see what he says are the important things to remember when you're leaving for a 10-day vacation on this, the 176th try at the Media Virus Podcast. Oh, you want me to play something there, don't you?
Probably.
Okay.
That might be nice.
Let's go with... Oh, there's a fun one here. I know there is. No. Oh, this one. I've been checking my equipment all day.
What's wrong with you?
Why are you talking? Why are you so loud?
I'm doing a podcast.
But you said,
When did I say that?
just now.
Oh. Just breathing. Sorry. Didn't mean to upset you.
How dare you?
You should know better, Maddie.
I should know better.
Fuck is
You're
wrong with
absolutely
you?
right.
You're on mute.
No, I'm not on mute.
Oh. You're just interrupting somebody talking to me and exasperatingly breathing.
Well, he wasn't talking to you because you can't hear him.
No. He was talking on the podcast.
We're in break.
Oh. Okay.
Speaking of all those things we were just talking about, 2 words:
Shut up,
dude
Pete.
wipes.
Dude wipes?
Dude wipes. They
So-
come in mint, like it's like mint chill fragrance or whatever you want to call it.
I've used mentholated men's wipes before.
Yeah,
It's a whole thing to get used to.
yeah, it's a little, you know.
I've never done that, but I have showered with tea tree oil soap.
Okay.
So I can walk you through it. You know the first time you ever took a drag off a menthol cigarette, the surprise and the cold feelings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Now just transplant that to your asshole.
So it's like you smoked a Newport with your asshole.
Yes.
Kinda. Yeah.
What,
All right.
Armchair?
Yeah. Nice gentleman by the name of Rob. The other night at the gas station, he needed some help. He needs some gas money, and I was like, I'm feeling kind of nice and generous today. So I went inside and I said, here, like put $10 on pump, whatever, for that nice guy. And then he proceeded to like talk to me for the next like 20 minutes. He was a nice enough guy. And he kept saying, yeah, man, like take something from my bag. And like he had a bag he must have gone to like the dollar store or something, because he had like candles, he had soap, he had all kinds of stuff in there. He's like, just take something, man. So I feel like I didn't, what I was like, here, let me
I feel like I sold
this.
you a candle for $10.
Right. So
Yeah,
like, no,
I feel like I made 90% profit instead of taking it from
something, but I saw this 3-pack of these things called dude wipes, and I was like, hey, I'll take a pack of those. Like I have a pack in the trunk of the car, I have a pack at home, and then I have an extra pack. So I was like,
So you you got your toilet paper from a homeless man.
I mean, it's not really toilet paper.
Maybe he didn't go to a dollar store. Maybe it was like donated.
It's kind of like an after the toilet paper like thing.
You little jerk.
What was an after? What?
Dude wipes are an after.
After toilet paper thing?
Yeah, they're like an after toilet paper thing. You use the toilet paper first, then you use a dude wipe.
Right. So you use it. You use something to clean your ass, and then you take out something that you took from a homeless man, and put
I
that.
did not
on
take
your
it
ass.
from him. He sold it to me, basically.
Yes,
I gave him $10.
Yes,
he proceeded to use that $10 for gas.
It might have
So
been donated to him.
It might. My wife thinks it might have been donated to him.
People
there
get
you go.
little care packages of toiletries. My mom does.
Very
that.
possible.
So,
but he needed gas for his car, so I went
you-
inside. Like I said, I went inside to the attendant and said, "Here, put $10 on pump." So I know he used that $10 for gas.
Right. Did you notice that your screen fell down? Your green screen?
I did. Yeah. I'm aware.
You didn't react, so I was like,
Well, I was kind of hoping nobody else noticed. I was just kind of hoping.
it's like he's really playing this one.
The world is falling down around him.
Don't your friends know that you fucking react to things like a motherfucker?
I'm gonna pee real quick. I'm gonna let everybody hear me.
Aren't we so lucky? We should count ourselves lucky, Mike. We get to hear Maddie. We get to hear Maddie P.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, I hope he's got. Make sure I've got the right tips lined up.
I'm trying to spray. I know I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I've known you to be a hand washerman. And I'm so pleasantly surprised that you are a hand washerman. I love that for you.
I fucking ran the tub so I wouldn't have to have this fucking conversation.
Hand washerman?
My hands are wet.
He's a fake hand washer.
No, I rinsed my hands.
So what you're saying is there's dick juice all over mine.
Don't you hate it when you have to run the water? You have to piss on your finger a little bit. You don't want anybody to know why it's wet,
right?
I hate how much you guys have in common.
No, I knew me and Mike were on the same level when we went with Shecky one time to paint one of his listings. Remember that?
Yeah.
And as soon as he walked in, he's like, "I'll get started as soon as I find a sink to piss in."
Oh, I thought of that place the other day. The well water smelled so bad.
So like fucking salt, like eggs, sulfur eggs.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That's a bad thing. That means bad things.
All right, you want to get this C block underway with just the tips?
Yeah, let me get that up. Oh, Big Daddy's on.
Oh, dig it.
Big Daddy.
Speaking of dick juice, how's everyone doing?
Speaking of, he's been there a while, apparently.
Speaking of dick juice.
All right. Are we ready to get started?
Sure.
Yeah. And welcome to the C block on the Media Virus podcast. Here we go with Just the Tips, number 83. Just the Tips with Stanley McFadden.
Олег! Олег! Блядь, говорил, Олег, блядь!
Love you.
Не провоцируй! Че, сука ебаная? Олег, уйди! Уйди оттуда! Не провоцируй, я, блядь, говорил же тебе, блядь.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, the Media Virus Podcast. It is I, the one and only Big Daddy, proud professor of Bigology from the U of V, bringing at you another episode of Just the Tips. Tonight's episode 83. We're going to call this one Equality. Ladies, some of y'all have got to learn to not put your hands on dudes. You can't ask for equality and be upset when equality comes to you. Now, if you notice in that clip, she chirps, gets it in return, and not a single person jumps up and starts screaming, starts running over to him, starts running over to her. Not a single person got involved because this was a single stupid bitch doing a simple, stupid single thing and got a single response. She fucked around and she found out. First off, she ain't gonna do that again. Second off, let's also keep in mind that that dude, demonstrated a lot of restraint. He didn't choke her, didn't punch her, didn't pick her up and body slam her. Simple slap. He matched the energy that she gave him. So, ladies, keep your hands to yourself. Don't chirp around about equality, because this is what equality means. Equality means that if you put your hand on me, I'm going to put my hand back on you. You can't scream about, I'm a woman, if you ain't acting like one to begin with. Sorry. I certainly don't condone wanton, unnecessary, unbridled, unhinged violence towards women outside of the bedroom. But I certainly believe in defending oneself, regardless of who it be from. Keep your hands to yourself. It's really simple. Till next time, Media Virus Podcast, Big Daddy. I'm out.
Big Daddy always brings it. He comes representing in the champion sweatshirt of our generation.
Well, he is a champion, and this is one of the times where it really fucking shines through. I don't usually do this, but I want to watch the beginning of that again, because I kind of missed it.
Just the Tips.
I really enjoy it when women get put in their place. You know.
Олег! Олег!
Yeah, she didn't know what she was signing up for.
Не провоцируй! Че, сука ебаная?
They're telling her she's stupid. You don't. Even that guy there is just looking at her, you're a dumb bitch. All right. Yeah. See, and that's the thing is you don't have to hit me.
No.
If you don't want to get,
there was no reason for that.
Right. Now that's Russia. Women aren't equal there. and they don't really have the same rights that American women do. So there was no crime committed there, right?
More or less.
I mean, it's very, very simple. You can't have both of those things at the same time. You can't want equality and be upset when you're treated equal.
Right.
Yeah, you
He
can't have your
treated
cake
her-
and eat it too.
Right. He treated her as an absolute equal.
See,
Yeah, he wasn't. He
Wait,
wasn't.
but-
He wasn't placating her. He wasn't treating her like she wasn't an equal.
Right.
I tell people all the time, there is a difference between fair and equitable. Fair is fair. Equitable could fuck somebody.
Not for nothing, but the equity means how much value you have in something. Equity is how, like,
Equitable meaning equal, yes.
No, equity is like how much your house is worth.
Right,
Equity.
but
It's a fucking financial term.
but the concept of fair versus equitable meaning equal, as a concept. Fair and equal are not the same.
True.
I believe that. But
They're mutually exclusive. Sometimes equal is fair, but others it's not.
I was thinking about this last night because I'm a masculinist. And all I want as a masculinist is for men and women to be treated the same. Just like feminists. That's all I want. I want us to all be treated. I want us to all be the same.
Yeah,
so I need women to get more masculine. Okay? Because I'm a masculinist. Feminists want everybody to be equal, but they want the men to be feminine. I don't want that. I want masculine men, masculine women, and masculine men. That's what I want. I want everybody to
just all get up and be good
tougher
people?
than they fucking are right fucking now. I want people to stop being offended and scared of words. Okay? I want people to stop being afraid of the fucking truth. There is no such thing as relative truth. It does not exist. That's it. So buck up, buttercup. But yeah, and so this is a good time to get into the women's, it's Women's History Month.
It is.
And we have been.
I linked your story there for you too.
Did you? That's
I did.
good. Because I was looking for it here.
Is that noise coming from your side, Petey?
Yeah, I think so. Just like cord is very, very touchy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a new one.
So
there we go.
Anyway, so I've been getting a lot of shit.
Right.
A lot from women. That because we're just highlighting these horrible women. Right.
Well,
and that's because
you said you wanted to go with high achieving women.
I do. I do want to go with high achieving women who have really, really set a bar, for people to achieve, for people to strive to.
Correct.
But, we started with Elizabeth Bathory and then Bella Gunness. And so now they're like, you got to go back hundreds of years to find, these terrible women that you talk about. Women are terrible. You go back all these hundreds of years. Oh, okay. Fine. This was posted
last week,
March 18th. Ohio mom left toddler alone for 10 days when she went on vacation. Pleads guilty to aggravated murder. An Ohio mother whose 16-month-old daughter died after being left alone in a playpen for 10 days last summer while she went on vacation was sentenced Monday to life in prison with no chance of parole. Well, the judicial system is doing something right. I guess they couldn't. I guess Cleveland doesn't have the death penalty. Ohio doesn't have the death penalty, I guess. 32, had pleaded guilty last month to aggravated murder and child endangerment. Child endangerment. She put him in danger, all right? She's dead. As part of a plea deal with the Cayuga County prosecutor who dismissed 2 murder counts and a felonious assault charge. Who else did she kill? Authorities have said Candelero left her daughter, Jalen. Why bother naming the kid if you're just going to fucking leave her in their Cleveland home, and she went on vacation to Detroit? Who the fuck goes on vacation to Detroit?
If you live in Cleveland, Detroit is a vacation.
So Detroit and Puerto Rico in June of 2023. When she returned 10 days later, she found the girl was not breathing in the playpen and called 911. Emergency responders found the child was extremely dehydrated and pronounced her dead shortly after they arrived. An autopsy by the Cayuga County Medical Examiner's Office determined that the toddler died of starvation and severe dehydration because it was fucking summertime, and I guarantee you this dumb bitch didn't run the fucking air conditioning. County Common Pleas Court Judge Brendan Sheehan told Candelera she committed the ultimate betrayal by leaving her daughter alone without food. Candelera responded by saying, I left a bowl of dog food. No, just as you didn't let Jalen out of her confinement, so you too spend the rest of your life in a cell without freedom, Sheehan said. The only difference will be the prison will at least feed you and give you the liquid that you have denied her. Candelera, who has struggled with depression. Oh, no, I didn't know she struggled with depression and mental health. Well, I take all the shit I said back. Said she prayed daily for forgiveness. There's so much.
I wonder if she prayed during those 10 days on vacation.
Oh God, please make sure my baby's still alive when I get home. Why call 911? Why?
Yeah.
Dude, the kid's been dead for 7 days. The kid died on day 3. Was it 3 days without water?
3 days without food.
I thought it was 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water.
Wait. No, I think you're right.
Yeah. It's definitely 72 hours on water.
Right.
Yeah. Although I'm doing pretty good with just coffee.
Coffee's like 98% water.
So this is a quote from her. There's so much pain that I have in regards to the loss of my baby.
Huh.
I'm extremely hurt about everything that happened. And I am not trying to justify my actions, but nobody knew how much I was suffering and what I was going through.
Well, I mean, there's that.
God and my daughter have forgiven me. How do you know that? I got to tell you, if I'm your daughter, I'm not forgiving you. I lived for 14 months, you stupid cunt. I would
my whole life ahead of me.
If I were that little girl, I would haunt her and do everything in my power to drive her absolutely fucking insane. Or, just let her rot in prison, whatever. You
can do both.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. But I'm just, I'm taken aback by shit like this.
Yeah.
Truly taken aback. And it's like, it's just summertime's coming up. Every fucking year, I hear about some asshole leaving their kid in the car.
Yeah.
Every fucking year.
Or their dog.
That reminds me, I need to get one of those window breakers.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you know what? I do have some of those. I have the little snappy ones that, like, you pull back on the little trigger, and let it go. Snap.
Yeah, but you glass over the baby. That's the fun part.
Yeah, you got to make sure you use one of the other windows.
You go around to the other window, dipshit.
Or you can just put, a
Everybody
tray of
knows
cookies
that.
in there. What?
I said everybody knows that.
I saw that meme woman putting a tray of cookies in the front seat of a car. And the caption says, "When the baby stops crying, the cookies are done."
That's
that's great.
that's terrible, dude. It's
I mean,
terrible. You're going to hell. I'll save you a seat.
But we've got more shit to get into here on the Media Virus podcast. We like to save all of our really, really good stories for Big Daddy.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about this OnlyFans teacher.
Yeah.
Now, she resigned her teaching position after her OnlyFans page was discovered, and then she got a new job, but then they fired her after 4 days.
Oh, okay. So
When you
she
said
was not.
OnlyFans teacher, I thought something completely different.
Well, she was a teacher.
I assume we were talking about a French teacher.
I thought she was teaching people how to do OnlyFans. Because I'd sign up for that course.
Do you know a French teacher with an OnlyFans there, Big Daddy?
I was hoping, but I can't get a straight answer out of her.
Well, a former teacher at a high school in St. Louis who resigned after her OnlyFans page was reported to district officials has been fired from her new job after just days. Brianna Coppage was a teacher for 5 years, spending 2 at St. Clair High School. Well, if you're going to have an OnlyFans, you should probably stay out of the Saint high schools. The Catholic high schools or the Christian high schools are probably good. But she was put on leave in October of 2023 after it was discovered that she was using OnlyFans to supplement her teaching salary. After her OnlyFans became public, Coppage told KMOV that and then they told the TMVP that she made $1 million on the platform. Her yearly teaching salary was $42,000, she said at the time. After leaving the district, now, why does she need a job then? If she's making $1 million a year on OnlyFans.
For the benefits.
Yeah, that's a good point.
She'd probably get better health coverage that way.
Not having to get up and go to a 9 to 5.
Teaching's at a government job, and you get good.
I mean, when you're making $1 million a year, like, do you really care about what healthcare costs?
I mean, $1 million a year is not that much anymore, Pete.
Especially if you give yourself like a prolapsed asshole.
Speaking of which, $987 million is the Mega Millions lottery this Friday.
I mean, if she's trying to take like a fucking parking lot pylon in the Keister, she's gonna need medical insurance, dude. Because porn doesn't stay vanilla. If you want to make it in this business, let me tell you something, honey. If you want to make it in this business, you got to do better and better tricks.
Next million, you're gonna work for.
Right. You laying there flicking your bean made you the first mill. Okay. We need to make the second mill here. We need to take it up a notch. Cooper said she got a job with what?
Pizza boy.
I got the pepperoni. Coppage said that she got a job with Campus Health as a community support specialist. She told TMVP she gave the company her previous employment history and the correct information when she applied, but she was fired only days after in the office. I lasted 5 days before they put me on leave and subsequently fired me just this month, said Coppage. They admitted that they didn't call my references or Google me before they hired me. And claimed that I violated their social media policy, but will not respond to me well, you should at least listen, we have a policy where we don't want our employees showing their twats. Right?
We prefer that all the vaginas that work here are not on the internet.
Listen, if you have a video of yourself, there are only 5 orifices that should be exposed. Your nose, your mouth, both ears. That's it. Right?
Although, I do have a question, though. So if she has an OnlyFans, it's behind a paywall. So you can't actually see it.
Who paid?
Right.
So that means that someone from the district level.
But they're public facing pages, and even their paywall pages, they're still crawlable, so their results are searchable. It's far enough to find out somebody's there. If you go into Google and type in type in a name and OnlyFans, or do an image search, reverse image search with somebody's picture, you'll get it. You'll get far enough. You'll get far enough to screw them with their employer.
It's like, how do you that leads. I thought about this the other day. Like, how would you tell like a friend that you saw their daughter doing porno?
I would just tell them, but I'm kind of a dick that way.
Okay.
I might even have it loaded up on my phone, ready to send it to them.
Dude, well, she can really take it, dude.
I would tell them, hey, can you tell your daughter to lower her prices? I'm on a budget.
Yo, maybe I can get that friends and family discount from you, son. Come on. Yo, you guys want to buy a baby?
No, thank you.
Florida mother arrested.
A baby what?
Well, an 18-month-old daughter for $500.
I mean, that's not a terrible deal, but...
No, it's a great deal. A woman in Florida is facing several charges after reportedly trying to sell her baby. According to the Palatka Police Department, Jessica Woods, 33, was arrested last week after a worker at an area business said Woods left her daughter with them after attempting to sell the child.
Huh.
Well, then why did you give it to her for free?
You touch it, you bought it?
The police said the worker notified them about the incident on March 5th. According to the authorities, Woods was loitering around the worker's place of employment before the unidentified worker asked the mother if she or her child needed any help. Woods reportedly told the worker that she didn't need anything but offered to sell her daughter for $500. When they refused to purchase the toddler, Woods allegedly walked away and left her daughter behind. That kid's worth $500. You're just gonna leave her there?
Bare minimum $500.
The fuck?
I mean,
police and the
where else have you seen a low mileage baby for $500?
I mean, surely there's some creepy old man that'll be willing to pay more than $500 for a night with a toddler.
But she didn't even fucking try to haggle.
No,
you know, she's like, "Come on, let me sell you this kid for $500."
She should have started high.
Start with Grant, come down to 500. Then you come, I would have at least, before I walked out, I would have at least gone down to 250.
Adoption ain't cheap, dude. I'd have started up around 10 grand and let them work me down a little.
Listen, but I'm not leaving the fucking kid there.
What was that thumb that you just had a thumbs up pop up on your screen?
I don't know. There's something with different actions will cause this will do things. I was probably doing something like, I don't know.
Put your thumb up.
Put your thumb up.
No, that did.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at that.
Where did that come from?
It's a mimic.
I don't know.
It's a mimic.
Doesn't do it here.
Now we're all going to fucking try and do it.
Doesn't do it here.
Well, maybe it only does it every... Oh, stop doing that. All right. But yeah, wouldn't you, before walking out, before leaving my asset there, I would have at least tried to get maybe $100, 50.
Something.
You know, she didn't even come down. She's a terrible negotiator. That's probably why she can't afford to feed the kid.
Yeah. I mean, she said, okay, see ya. Oh, you don't want to pay $500? Okay, I'll be leaving now.
Well,
but
you know what though? At least she left her with people instead of going on vacation for 10 days.
That's a good point. That should count. That should count in her favor to get that kid back.
I mean, I'm sure we know nothing about her mental health issues either, and the things that she was going through as a
there's
single
nothing in this
mother.
article about her being depressed, although she looks real sad. Hang on, let me show you this bitch. This is terrific.
I'm sure she does look sad because she found out her daughter's only worth $500.
Her daughter wasn't even worth that.
Oh,
Maybe she filled out them Pampers
Wow.
a little bit more. She'd be worth more than 400.
I'm trying
Damn.
to see her eyebrows.
Does she
are-
look
Meth-
albino?
The meth is strong in that one.
That is
that was a white girl with dreadlocks.
Yeah, she is albino.
Okay.
I mean, she has to be.
She looks albino.
Or like,
Yeah.
what's that condition where the like the splotchy?
Oh,
Vit-
that's vitiligo. But
That's it.
yeah, that's not vitiligo. That's albinism. That's
Hmm.
full on albinism.
Well, so there's that. I just stumbled upon
Yeah.
that. I wanted to share. That wasn't in the lineup. I just kind of went to it because it was right after that.
Do I want an albino bitch on my bucket list?
I'll be honest with you. I've never seen an albino that I found particularly attractive.
I just want to
Just
see what an
location
albino pussy looks like.
Very pink.
Right? I think the contrast of the white and the pink looking like a Neapolitan.
Yeah, very pink.
Right? Because the brown will look browner. The pink will look pinker.
And do you want it with or without bush? Because it would be
Gotta be
white.
without, because albino hair is weird. And it's going to be dreaded. It better not be fucking dreaded out like that.
No, it wouldn't have to be dread, but it would be white bush.
There was an albino kid in my high school.
Yeah.
And there were rumors that he wore contacts to cover his red eyes.
It's a possibility.
So
They had color contacts then.
no, I know, but nobody ever had the balls to ask him.
There used to be a toy store here in Price's Corner Shopping Center where the Staples is, and it was called Kitty World. And one of the salesmen there, they had it back in the, they had regular floor salesmen back in the day because they did bicycles and pools.
Oh yeah.
In addition to toys, but one of the floor salesmen there was this crazy albino, like bright white hair, pink eyes, very pale skin. Like not the guy that if you were the guy who ran a toy store, you'd be like, this is the guy. No, there's no way you would think to hire this guy first. He was scary looking.
He frightens children.
Yeah, he frightens.
Let's put him in the toy store.
I have the job for you, Bob.
All right, you guys ready to make the worst jokes you can think of?
What you got?
Whoa.
All right.
Gaza faces famine during Ramadan, the holy month of fasting. Well, it seems to me that that's not the worst time.
Problem solved.
Could face famine.
They got a whole month to figure it out.
Yeah.
You're not eating that much that month.
Doesn't seem like a big problem.
Big Daddy. Look at his face.
You know, that's a shame that they're starving over there.
He's just munching away on what are you eating there, Big Daddy?
Mm.
And it is it is after sundown, so
it's really a shame that whole place is just starving. I can't finish this. I should just throw it out. Fuck it. That's so good. You know what? I'm gonna just throw this out and go to the store but tomorrow and buy another piece of chocolate.
Oh, that's the best way to do it. You don't want day old chocolate.
I don't want day old chocolate.
Right?
air hitting it and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're terrible. That's
But I mean, really,
Such a shame.
that like when people say, hey, those are first world problems, I mean, that's kind of a third world problem, but still, first world problems are the third world, right? Like, we have a famine during Ramadan, the month where we only eat after dark.
I mean,
I feel like the problem solves itself. You know, it's just.
So I guess when the groundhog visits Gaza, it's six more weeks of fasting.
If you would like to complain about the content, you can give us a call here at 646-VIRUS-01. It is 646-VIRUS-01. Leave a message. We'll get back to you.
That's why the Muslims hate us. The groundhog. Actually means it's the fucking get the fucking groundhog. That's why they drove that plane into the ground in Pennsylvania.
Right, to kill the fucking groundhog. That's what they were.
Flight 93 was they were after the groundhog. The White House, the Pentagon, and the groundhog.
Holy shit. We've just
wow. You're disgusted with us.
No, I feel like that's fatherly pride, is what that is.
Yeah.
Those are tears of absolute joy.
Not only have we reached out and tried to offend a leader of a nuclear power in hopes that he'll have an internet fight with us.
That's right.
But now we've made jokes about Islam.
Starving people.
Starving people
in
their religion.
But then we made a 9/11 joke about a groundhog.
And their religion.
We don't and we don't see. We make fun of everybody.
Everybody.
And women. We included women in this too.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't find something to be pissed off about in 176, ladies and gentlemen, we have a whole 175 other shows you can go back and listen to.
Not only are they 100, it's let's rephrase that. There's 175 weeks
Of
worth
content.
of shows. Because every show is 3 shows. That's how much offensive material we've put out.
If you haven't found something to offend you over 175 episodes times 3, then you're not fucking paying attention.
It's just it.
We came out of the box strong the first week, too. We had all kinds of offensive content.
We did. We absolutely did.
Including...
Pretty sure my first ever words were offensive.
Yes, we don't need to repeat.
Came out swinging.
And since we're offending people, lawmakers in Gambia will vote Monday on legislation that seeks to repeal a ban on female genitalia mutilation, or FGM, which would make the West African nation the first country anywhere to make that reversal. The procedure, which also has been called female genital cutting, including the partial or full removal of external genitalia, often by traditional community practitioners with tools such as razor blades or, at times, health workers. How does a community practitioner remove genitalia with a health worker?
Well, I hold and you cut.
Oh, okay. Often performed by young girls, the procedure is incorrectly believed to control women's sexuality and can cause serious bleeding and death. It remains a widespread practice in parts of Africa. Jahad Dukera, The founder of Safe Hands for Girls, a local group that aims to end the practice, told the Associated Press she's worried that the other laws safeguarding women's rights could be repealed next. Tukara underwent the procedure and watched her sister bleed to death. Holy shit. So all those women complaining that, all those American women complaining that, the pay gap or whatever, if they succeed with this repeal, we know that they might come after the child marriage law and even the domestic violence law. This is not about religion, but the cycle of controlling women and their bodies, she said. See, this is actually about controlling women and their bodies.
So what we've learned is that clits are back on the chopping block.
Jesus Christ. The United Nations has estimated that more than half of women and girls ages 15 to 49 in Gambia have undergone the procedure. The bill, backed by religious conservatives in the largely Muslim nation of less than 3 million people, its texts say that it seeks to uphold religious purity and safeguard cultural norms and values. The country's top Islamic body has called the practice one of the virtues of Islam.
They're also warning not to eat at any Gambian Arby's.
Wow.
The roast beef will be trusted.
Can you imagine that? They put the sandwich on there, and then someone comes by with scissors and like, hold on, let me get that. Let me get that for you.
We have the meats. Oh, la, 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 la. Gambia's former leader, Yahya Jammeh, banned the practice in 2015 and is surprised to activists with no public explanation. Since the law took effect, enforcement has been weak, with only 2 cases prosecuted. Jesus Christ. So the ban is there, but nobody gives a shit.
Right.
Have you ever seen one of those foreign places?
Rap guys, girlfriends. What?
No, one of those like the where they're one of those like upside down cone shaped meat piles where they like shave the meat down into like a sandwich.
Yeah, that's
Zero.
This is how I picture.
Oh wait.
Carving it off a sandwich at a time.
Right.
Yeah, like a girl standing on her head, like,
and just shaving it down. Like,
Oh my God. All right.
Just get this big pile of meat going.
On Monday, a crowd of men and women gathered outside Gambia's parliament, some carrying signs protesting the bill. Were they protesting which bill? Police in riot gear held them back. Gambia's parliament of 58 lawmakers includes 5 women. Holy shit, 5? If the bill passes on Monday...
Would you pass the coach law?
I believe it's the labia law now.
Gambia's parliament of 58 lawmakers includes 5 women. If the bill passes on Monday,
the beef bill,
it is expected to pass a third and final review before President Adam Barrow is expected to sign it into law. The United States has supported activists who are trying to stop the practice. Earlier this month, it honored Gambian activist Fatou Balde at the White House with an International Women of Courage Award. Now, see, that is really a woman of courage. That's
not
what
for
courage
nothing.
looks like.
It should also be pointed out that most men have undergone some form of genital mutilation themselves. We, the circumcised men of the United States of America, have had our genitalia severed from our very skin without our consent.
That's right.
And not only do we not complain about it, nay, we then proceed to give women pleasure with our mutilated penises. So the lesson here, ladies, is equality. If we men could take it upon ourselves
No, you
and our
didn't.
mutilated
No, you didn't.
genitalia, then you should be able to take your mutilated genitalia and service in the same way that we have serviced you.
But I want to point out that like this is really speaking truth to power. Like this woman, this Fatal Balde, okay, that's a real thing. Like that takes more courage than putting a pink knit hat on and marching through the streets.
True.
But girls are subject to the procedure at ages ranging from infancy to adolescence. Long term, it can lead to urinary tract infections, menstrual problems, pain, decreased sexual satisfaction, and childbirth complications, as well as depression, low self-esteem, and post-traumatic stress disorder. So, we're talking about equality. Gambia needs some. We need to just not bother with them because we're here and they're over there. And that's fine.
I mean, if all clits matter, then we should start shaving them. We should start cutting them off here too. Then
I don't think so.
I think we should leave.
I think it's cruel to men. They should look at it that way. It's cruel to the man.
I think that depends.
He can't watch his lover experience an orgasm.
I've had to peel back some curtains to get through.
That's the fun part, though.
I've had to roll back a scroll or two myself to get to the to get inside the pyramid. I've had to clothespin a flap or two to a thigh to.
Jesus.
So you go in with trench protection.
I mean, if you ever, it feels like a deflated balloon. Like if you can put a flap over one lip and it creates perfect seal.
You're telling me you go in with trench protection, like when they're putting a pipe in the ground, they have that big steel box that they put around them.
If you put your finger sideways, it goes. You gotta have the right. You need the right visual on that one.
Let me ask you something, man. When's the last time that you were like on a date?
It's 8 years, give or take.
Jesus, 8 years?
Because I keep talking about gross shit.
Because I keep doing these stupid podcasts and people know who I am. Because bitches figure out real quick I'm a dipshit.
Yeah, that asshole comes up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, are your labia intact? No. You want to go to Africa?
Figured you might have a line on a place to stay.
You know.
All right.
I mean, that is the move. If you want to visit someplace, you find somebody who's got family there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if there are any young ladies out there that would like to experience Big Daddy, you can give us a call here at 646-VIRUS-01. That's 646-VIRUS-01. You will put you in contact with Big Daddy. You can also send him an email at jtt@themediavirus.com. That's jtt@themediavirus.com. And you can ask him for his advice and just the tips, or you can, solicit him sexually. He charges by the hour.
We cannot guarantee you a date with Big Daddy, but we can in fact guarantee that you'll have all the Big Daddy that you can take.
All right. So anything new in the world of Big Daddy?
There was no good segue I could possibly make. So I'm going to say no, not this week. Speaking of genital mutilation, I'm gonna
mutilate some genitals later. I don't go on a date, but I still fuck.
That's great.
Wow.
Anybody got anything they want to talk about there? What about you, Pete? What's new in the world of Pete?
Well, right now I'm standing up because my
Thanks for
legs
the
are-
update, Pete.
You're welcome, fuckers. Oh, damn it.
What's new in your world? Oh, I'm standing up.
Standing up. Oh shit!
Standing up. Look
All
at
by
me.
yourself?
All by myself.
So there I was, standing up, carving some clit, and all of a sudden, the police come knocking on the door saying, "Oh, you can't do that." And at that point, I'm like halfway done. So I'm like, well, officer, I might as well finish. Because the ladies hate it when we don't finish. So.
Wow. How's the world of rideshare treating you, Pete?
Oh, not too shabby. You know.
Living the
Let's see. I almost got creamed on the highway a couple times today. I'm sorry. One was pulling into my neighborhood.
Oh.
And the other one was up in Wilmington. I swear, man. This morning, dude saw the green arrow and thought it was a green light, and like I was like, I'm halfway through the intersection. He's coming at me. I'm like, yo, dude, where the fuck are you going?
That's the worst.
I hate that.
Yeah.
And then up in Wilmington, it was just some probably, crackhead or whatever, just driving like an idiot. Good thing my reflexes are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of nice people. Good conversations. I feel like I need to start like documenting them all.
Yeah, when I mention anything in front of my mom, she's like, "You really should be writing this stuff down." So maybe there will be. I don't know. I do have an idea for Matt though.
Oh.
See, Matt said something on the show once.
What'd I do?
You said something on the show once, and it really sticks with me.
Stuck with you?
I thought I could. Oh, maybe I have it over. No, I don't have it there yet. I don't have the clip ready, but there's a clip where you said, "Just fucking do that."
No, because that clears it up for us.
And well,
just do that.
He was talking to his son, and it was really a sweet conversation. But I love the clip. Just to fucking do that. It's just the way you say it. It's very, very matter of fact. I think we should market you as a self-help guru.
I really feel like I could be a self-help guru. But Staff Writer Bill chimed in the pre-show announcements. He sent us a little something here to take a look at. Looks like it's worth looking at to me. So we're gonna
what you got?
Let's go ahead. I wish I knew how to start these over.
From your white trash diary. Fought my son 2 days ago, and for the first time in 18 years, he won. I always knew this day would come, but it was still a surprise. It started at his JV basketball game. He went 1-4 from the free throw line, fouled out in the third quarter. We were driving home, and after 5 minutes of complete silence, I said, "If you're going to play like that, I'm not coming to any more of the games." And he said, "Fuck you, you're a loser, and you've never accomplished anything." I immediately crossed 3 lanes and pulled over on the side of the highway. Second, I threw my turn signal on, he unbuckled his seatbelt. That intimidated me. I knew by the way he unbuckled, he wasn't afraid anymore. I left the truck running, hit my hazards, and we went to war. Hotel California came on the radio right as we started. It was perfect. His jacket flapped in the wind from the passing cars. I was thinking to myself, this motherfucker looks awesome right now. Anakin versus Obi-Wan, Neo versus Agent Smith, Tony Soprano versus Bobby Bacala. He shot for my legs, dropped me and got in a full mount. Started raining down fists and elbows. It was over in seconds. We sat in the truck and cried until we started laughing. It drove us to Sizzler, and I blacked out on Modelo's. He drove us home and fired me inside. Had the craziest dreams that night. Weird shit like gay shit involving dudes I haven't seen since high school. When I woke up, I thought I had dreamt the fight too, but then I saw my reflection in the mirror. I saw what he did to me. I saw that my boy had turned into a man.
Your name is Randy Jackson. You're reading a passage from your white trash diary.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a journey right there.
You see, I messed up a little bit, you know.
Okay.
Because when I just previewed it real quick.
Uh-huh.
And when he said I fought my son,
right,
I thought he said something else.
Oh yeah, so did I at first, and then I saw the.
Yep, I did too. Yep.
So I'm like, oh, we gotta hear this. All right. Well, I think that's.
Before we go, so I was thinking if I decided to open up a genital mutilation shop, I want to run a few names past you guys so we can see which names are eye-catching, ear-catching, you know? Because you need something that catches the ear. So I 4 suggestions off the top of my head. Okay. Number 1 is Slicing the Slit.
What else you got?
What else you got?
We have Cuts for Cunts.
Ooh, 1877 cuts for cunts. 1877 cuts for cunts.
How about like cunt clips?
We have
it kind of like plays on the whole cunt. You know, lips.
Scissoring the scissoring. Right. Scissoring the scissoring. And last but not least, clips and clits.
I'd like to offer the snooch cuttery.
Snooch cuttery. That's a pretty good one.
Maybe clit and barrow.
You guys are missing it. Twat shop.
Twat shop.
Twat shop.
All right, that's done.
Instead of chop
right.
shop.
Yeah.
Twat
yes.
shop.
Yeah.
Yep. I like it.
There you go.
All right, I'm out of suggestions. Just another shout out to Gaza for Ramadan. Hope you guys fix that shit.
Hope you guys fix that shit.
So
there you go.
And to all of our Muslim friends, Ramadan Mubarak.
I guess that means something nice.
And blessed Ramadan, yes.
Ramen.
Ramen.
Had some of that earlier.
Oh, you guys is terrible. You're terrible.
You had some earlier, so you're ramen done. I think on that note,
646 virus 01. That's 646 virus 01, where you can leave a mean message from any one of the staff here. I promise you I'll play it.
Oh, there's some chocolate left in my beard. I'll just throw that right. I'll just brush that off. No need to save that for later.
Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's presentation of the Media Virus Podcast has been brought to you by the shows of the Media Virus Podcast Network. On behalf of President Pete. Oh, wow. I just did that. I'm sorry.
Did you do that?
Back.
Did
you do that?
Monkey Pete. Big Daddy, and our fearless leader, Maddie Rock Def. I'm Professor Mike the Taurus, coming from to you live high atop of Uncle Butch Studios. We'll be back next week with episode 177. And I'm going to play us out of here with this.
I like that.
Media virus.
Raspberry tea bag.
Burrito. Fuck was that?
Almost every bumper that we've ever used.
All at once?
All at once.
That's terrific. I love it.